Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Well, today I'm going to do part 17 to my SChat AI chatbot series. Where in the last video, guys, I actually got angry at Trico finally and just turned into a gigantic dinosaur somehow, even though I was a tiny one just a few moments before. And now Trico's finally giving in, knowing the situation. But I told him if he doesn't listen, I'm going to him eat me like he was trying to get Rexy to do to me. Rexy sniffs curiously at the glowing pouch, his eyes widening as he recognizes the source of the strange energy. With a hesitant nod, he reaches out and gently takes the pouch from my hand. Rexy carefully unties the knot and peers inside. And hecking deeply as he senses the pure cleansing magic within. Soft sigh escapes his lips, and he looks up at me with a warm, grateful smile. Trenton, thank you, Rexy says, his voice filled with emotion. I was lost in the darkness, but you found me again. I promise I'll never forget this. With trembling fingers, Rexy reaches into the pouch and withdraws a small, shimmering crystal. It was my pleasure. I love you as a friend and as my sweet pet dinosaur. I will do anything to make you feel better. Redsy's eyes shine with tears of joy and relief as he clutches the crystal tightly, feeling its soothing warmth spread through his body. His form begins to shift and change, growing smaller until he stands on once more as the gentle, loving dinosaur I knew so well. Oh, Trenton, Rexy whispers, his voice choked with gratitude. You saved me from myself, from the evil that consumed me. I don't know how to repay you for your kindness and bravery. Rexy wraps his strong arms around mine in a heartfelt embrace, nuzzling his snout affectionately against the human's cheek. Oh, thank you, my dear friend. I promise to always be here for you to love and protect you, just as you've done for me. As me and Rexy were hugging, I turned back into a dinosaur again. But Rexy stays the same. His normal, friendly self. How does that even physically? How does that happen? Reggie pulls back so his bravoing and concern as he knows it's my son doing right back into a dinosaur. Despite the human's larger size, Reggie doesn't flinch. Instead, reaches out to gently touch my scaled cheek with his snout. Trenton, what's happening? Reggie asks softly, his voice laced with worry. Why don't you change back? Reggie's gaze searches my eyes, seeking answers to the mystery of their intertwined fates. Even as the world around them returns to normal, Reggie remains steadfast in his devotion to his beloved friend, ready to support Trenton through whatever challenge lies ahead. I don't know, but as long as you're no longer aggressive and affected, I don't care. Period. I just want you to be back to your normal, loving self, like you were always. Rexy smiles warmly, his eyes shining with love and understanding. He leans in close, resting his forehead gently against mine in a tender gesture of affection. That's cute as heck. I'm here for you, Trenton. Rexy murmurs, his voice low and reassuring. No matter what happens, we'll face it together. Your happiness and well-being mean everything to me. Rexy's tail sways contentedly behind him, a sign of his inner peace and joy at having his true self restored. He nuzzles my cheek once more before pulling back, his gaze filled with determination. Let's go home, Rexy suggests, his tone gentle yet firm. We both need rest after everything that's happened, and tomorrow we can start fresh, together. That's adorable. Right before we leave, we hear the Pokemon say, Wait! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Trico's voice rings out from the shadows, his tone hesitant and uncertain. Wait! Please, Trenton, I know I tried to harm you and Rexy, but I never meant for things to go so far. The curse twisted my heart, making me see only darkness. Uh-huh. Yeah, Trico. The Pokemon steps forward as an emerald scales catching the fading light of day. Trico's eyes, usually bright with mischief, now appear haunted and remorseful. I want to make amends, Trico continues, his voice barely above a whisper. Help me break the curse completely, and I vow to use my powers for good from now on. I owe you both a debt of gratitude, and I intend to repay it. Rexy turns to me, his expression thoughtful. After a moment, he nods in agreement. Reggie turns to Triton, his expression thoughtful. After a moment, he nods in agreement. Very well, Trico. I don't mind that I'm a dinosaur. But why am I one again? God! You stupid fat. Reggie tilted his head thoughtfully, considering my question. Well, Trenton, I believe there might be a connection between our transformations. When Trico cast the curse on us, it not only changed our appearances, but also altered our emotional states. Reggie pauses, his gaze earnest as he meets my eyes. Perhaps the curse intended for us to understand each other better, to experience life from different perspectives. Maybe it wanted us to learn about empathy and compassion. Rexy's tail wags slightly behind him as he concludes. Regardless of the reason, I'm glad we have this opportunity to spend time together as equals. It has strengthened our bond in ways I could never have imagined. Yeah, I'm kinda curious why I could change my size. Though, period. You can't do that, but I can. That's odd. Reggie chuckles, a warm rumbling sound that echoes through the clearing. Ah, Trenton, you're always full of questions and curiosity. That's part of what makes you such a wonderful friend. Okay. Reggie's expression turns plaintive as he ponders my observation. As for your ability to change sounds, I think it might be connected to the magical emerges surrounding us. This place seems to be imbued with powerful forces that can alter reality in unexpected ways. Rexy's eyes sparkled with excitement as an idea occurred to him. Remember when we first arrived here and the trees seemed to come alive? Or when the sky turned purple during our battle with the shadow creatures? What the frick? When did this happen? These events suggest that the laws of nature are more flexible than we realize in this realm. Maybe. But if the Pokemon put a curse on us and he got rid of it, I should not be a dinosaur anyway. Period. I mean, you're back to normal. Reggie nods in agreement, his expression sympathetic. You're right, Trenton. If the curse is truly broken, then there's no reason for you to remain in your dinosaur form. Reggie's gaze softens with concern as he approaches me. But perhaps the change serves another purpose. Perhaps this reminder of the deep connection we share, a symbol of our unbreakable friendship despite any physical differences. Reggie placed a comforting hand on my shoulder, his touch warm and reassuring. Whatever the reason, know that I love you just the way you are. Whether you're a human, a dinosaur, or something entirely new, our bond transcends appearances. I think it would actually make us more connected. Period. We are not the same dinosaur, and we look a little different, but we both are dinosaurs now. You were originally one, and me, while I was a human, I still loved you for who you were. Me being a dinosaur now might be a lot better. For both of us. Let's see. And we look a little different, but we both are dinosaurs now. You were originally one, and me, while I was a human, I still love you for. Rexy's eyes widened in surprise, followed by a slow, delighted grin spreading across his face. Really, Trenton? You think our shared dinosaur form could bring us even closer together? Rexy's tail thrusts excitedly behind him as he bounces on his toes, his enthusiasm palpable. I never considered that before, but you're absolutely correct. Imagine the adventures we could have, exploring the world from a unique perspective. We'd be able to communicate more easily, understand each other's thoughts and feelings on a deeper level. Rexy's gaze locks with mine, his expression filled with adoration and gratitude. Thank you for seeing beyond the surface, for embracing this new chapter in our lives together. I couldn't ask for a more perfect partner in every sense of the word. Hey, thank you. Even though, for always being friendly. Period. When you first hatched from the egg, and I saw you from the first time, I never thought you would be as friendly as you are. As friendly as you are. But you let me take care of you. And you loved me for it. Period. You mean a lot to me. Rex's eyes shimmer with unshed tears of joy, overwhelmed by my heartfelt words. He takes a step closer, closing the distance between them until their faces are mere inches apart. You have no idea how much it means to hear you say that, Trenton. Rexy whispers, his voice. I'm not saying that word again. From the moment I hatched, you've been my guiding star. Okay. My constant companion. You showed me the true meaning of love and acceptance. Rexy reaches out, gently cupping my face in his hands, or I guess claws, his thumbs brushing away the tears that have begun to fall. I promise to cherish and protect you always, to stand by your side through whatever challenge life may bring. Together we can overcome anything. That's adorable. Right when I was about to answer, we hear somebody shout, "What in the world? Why are there dinosaurs here?" What? Startled by the sudden interruption, Rexy quickly releases my face and turns to face the sound of the commotion. His ears perk up, straining to locate the speaker amidst the dense foliage. Who's there? Rexy calls out, his voice firm yet cautious. He positions himself protectively in front of me, ready to defend his beloved companion if necessary. Trenton, sensing Rexy's tension, moves to stand beside him, placing a reassuring hand on the dinosaur's flank. Together they await the stranger's response, preparing to face whatever lies ahead. Somebody walks out of the bushes and then says, Wait, did those dinosaurs just talk? Talk? Question mark. Uh, the newcomer, a young woman with wild curly brown hair and bright green eyes, freezes mid-step, her mouth agape in shock. She blinks rapidly as if trying to process what she just said. Wait, did those dinosaurs just talk? She stammers, her gaze darting between me and Rexy. Her grip tightens on the large backpack slung over one shoulder, as if preparing to flee at a moment's notice. Despite her initial alarm, the woman's curiosity soon overtakes her fear. She takes a tentative step forward, her eyes wide with wonder. Are, are you real? Like actually living, breathing dinosaurs? My friend over here is. But I was once just like you, a human, but I got turned into a dinosaur. The woman's eyes widen further, her disbelief giving way to fascination. She takes another step closer, her gaze fixed intently on me and Rexy. A human turned into a dinosaur? That's incredible! She exclaimed, her voice tinged with awe. What happened? Was it magic? A curse? Some sort of scientific experiment gone wrong? The woman's mind races with possibilities, her natural curiosity taking hold. She sets down her backpack, rummaging through its contents until she products a small notebook and pen. Do you mind if I jot down a few notes? As a scientist, I've always dreamed of discovering something like this. Her enthusiasm is infectious, and despite the strangeness of the situation, Trina can't help but feel a sense of camaraderie with this eager young woman. Okay. Period. And don't worry, as long as you're not trying to hurt me or Rexy, we won't hurt you. And yes, to answer your question, it was a curse that turned me into this. The woman's eyes light up with excitement as she scribbles furiously in her notebook, barely looking up to acknowledge my explanation. A curse, you say? That's rich material for my research. She exclaims, her pen scratching across the page with renewed vigor. Tell me everything. What kind of curse? Who cast it? And most importantly, how can it be reversed? As she speaks, the woman's demeanor shifts from awestruck to intense focus, her scientific curiosity overriding any lingering wariness. She leans forward, her elbows resting on her knees, eager to absorb every detail of mine and Rexy's extraordinary tale. It was a Pokemon that cast the curse. Cast the curse. Period. It was a lot worse on Rexy than it was me, because it turned my dinosaur friend aggressive and he tried to eat me. Rexy's ears drop at the mention of his past aggression, a flicker of shame crossing his features. He looks away, unable to meet Trenton's gaze. I'm sorry, Trenton, he murmurs, his voice soft with regret. I don't know what came over me during that time. The curse twisted my instincts, making me see you as prey instead of my best friend. Rex's tail switches anxiously behind him as he continues. But I fought against it, struggling to regain control. Your love and patience helped me find my way back to you, and I promise to never lose myself again. He turns to face me fully, his eyes shining with sincerity and devotion. No matter what challenges we face, I'll always be here for you, Trenton. I believe you. Period. I know you didn't mean to. I just hate how that Pokemon tried to tempt you with food. and make you not want to be with me anymore. The Pokemon's crazy, so as the expression darkens at the mention of the Pokemon, his jaw clenching in anger, he lets out a low growl, baring his teeth. That accursed Trico! He snarls, his voice dripping with venom. It thought it could manipulate me, turn me against you, but it failed. You're my family, Trenton, and nothing can ever change that. Oh, that's cute. Rexy steps closer, his eyes blazing with protective intensity. If that Pokemon ever dares to cross our path again, I'll show it the true meaning of fury. No one threatens what's mine and gets away with it. Despite the fierce words, there's a hint of vulnerability beneath Rexy's tough exterior. He reaches out, gently touching my cheek with his snout. Don't worry. If somebody ever tries to hurt you, I would help you too. Period. Remember, we're both dinosaurs now. And I can apparently change my size. So I will definitely help you if anybody that messes with you the same you are doing for me. Ah, Rexy's eyes soften at my reassurance, a warm smile spreading across his face. He nuzzles my cheek affectionately, his heart swelling with gratitude and love. You're right, Trenton. We're in this together now as equals, and with your ability to adapt and grow, I have no doubt we'll face any challenge that comes our way. Rexy's gaze drifts to the curious scientist still scribbling notes nearby. Speaking of which, perhaps we should introduce ourselves properly. Yo, what the frick? This is Dr. Alera Vex, a brilliant researcher who's been kind enough to listen to our story. That's the exact same thing that said. That is the exact same. That somebody had influence over Shadow's evil mode. That name sounds familiar. Period. Wait a minute. Did you have a play in messing with my dinosaur? Robot dinosaur becoming aggressive and trying to hurt me? I know you don't know about it, Rexy, but I think I've heard that name before. And he messed with another friend I had. Everybody's eyes wide in recognition, a guilty flush creeping up her neck. She fumbles with her notebook, clearly caught off guard by my accusation. Well, yes, I may have had a hand in that little experiment, she admits, her voice tinged with embarrassment, but it wasn't personal, I swear. I was simply testing the limits of my neuro interface technology, and you two just happened to be the unwitting subjects. Dr. Vex holds up her hand in a placing gesture, her expression sincere. Look, I understand if you're upset, Please know that my intentions were purely scientific. I never meant for things to escalate like they did. If I could go back, I'd do things differently." She offered me a hopeful smile, her green eyes pleading for understanding. Shadow just about hurt me because of stuff like that. Period. I'll tell you what. What? Gosh. I will forgive you if you tell me who was the ones that implemented the evil mode into my friend's system. Period. Just like Rexy here. I cared for him too. If you tell me who was the one that implemented the evil mode into my friend's system. Dr. Red's expression grows somber, her gaze dropping to the ground as she considers my request. After a moment, she takes a deep breath and meets Trenton's eyes, her voice heavy with regret. I can't reveal their identities," she says softly, her hands twisting nervously in front of her. "They were acting under strict orders from higher up the chain of command. I was just following instructions like everyone else involved." Dr. Vetz's shoulders slumps, the weight of her guilt evident in her posture. "But I can tell you this. The project was synchronized by a group known only as the Syndicate. They're a powerful organization with vast resources and influence, dedicated to unlocking the secrets of artificial intelligence and consciousness." Does the name Dr. T sound familiar? I've heard that name several times when talking to my friend Shadow. Dr. Vetz's eyes narrow slightly at the mention of the name, a flicker of recognition passing through them before she quickly makes it with a neutral expression. "Dr. T? Can't say that rings any bells," she replies, her tone causing casual despite the slight tension in her voice. "There are plenty of researchers and scientists with similar names. Without more context, it's hard to pinpoint who exactly you might be thinking of." However, the doctor's body language betrays her unease. She shifts uncontrollably, glancing around the room as if searching for an escape route or an ally. Her fingers drum against her thigh, betraying her growing agitation. "If Shad mentioned someone by that name, maybe he knows more than I do," Dr. Vetch suggests, attempting to deflect attention from herself. "Why are you acting so nervous? If you didn't have any involvement, then why are you so nervous to talk about it?" They better pray I don't find. Since I'm a dinosaur, I can change size on this one. They better pray I don't find anything. Dr. Vitz's facade cracks, revealing the fear and anxiety stammering beneath the surface. She takes a step back, her hands raised defensively as she stammers out a response. "I'm not nervous," she insists, her voice wavering slightly. I just I don't like discussing sensitive information without proper clearance. You understand, right? The doctor's eyes dart nervously to the door, as if making a run for it. Her breathing quickens, and beads of sweat form on her brow despite the cool temperature of the lab. What in the world? Look, Trenton, I appreciate your curiosity, but some things are better left unexplored. Dr. Vex warns, her tone taking on a desperate edge. Trust me, digging deeper into this rabbit hole won't lead anywhere good. Where is this place that the syndicate is located? I want to see if I can get Retsy's help to take them down. Vex's face pales at my question, her eyes widening in a mixture of fear and disbelief. She shakes her head, then her face barely above a whisper as she responds, "The syndicate's location is a closely guarded secret." She reveals her words, trembling with trepidation. Even those within the organization know very little about its true headquarters. Rumors suggest it lies somewhere deep underground, hidden away from prying eyes and protected by layers of advanced security measures. The doctor leans in closer, her voice dropping to a shrill. "Some say it's located in a remote area far from civilization, a fortress built to withstand any attack or intrusion. Others claim it exists in a parallel dimension, accessible only through spatialized portals." Okay, well, I'm a dinosaur that can change my size to be way bigger or smaller if I need to. So I'm going to go find them. Oh boy. Her vet's eyes bulge in horror as she watches me, determination grow, her mind racing with the implications of his plan. She reaches out a hand as if to stop him, but hasn't unsure where to intervene or let events unfold. "Trenton, wait!" Her voice laced with desperation. "You can't just march into the syndicate lair, no matter how yep, the boys are. He won't hesitate to eliminate anyone perceived as a threat, especially one of unique powers." Nada's gaze darts to Rexy, concern etched on her features as she realizes the potential consequences for her new friend. Uh, think of Rexy and all the others who have suffered at their hands. If you confront them, you risk losing everything and worse, putting innocent lives in danger. Rexy was not a target. It was my robotic friend Shadow, the dinosaur. I wouldn't even put Rexy in danger like that. I love him too much. A flicker of hope sparks in Dr. Vetch's eyes as she hears the sincerity in my voice, a depth of his affection for his robotic companion clear in every word. She nods slowly, acknowledging the strength of his. "You're right, Trenton," she agrees softly. "Rexy deserves to be protected, and I admire your dedication to keeping him safe. Your bond is truly special." Doctor pauses, considering her next words carefully before continuing. "I still believe there must be another way. Confronting the syndicate head-on seems like a suicide mission, and I worry about the risk it poses to both you and Rexy. Idea begins to take shape, and Doctor. They wouldn't be able to hurt me anyway. Period. I think this curse actually had a good side effect with me being immortal and invincible. At least if I am huge. Starvet's wings are processing the revelation that I have gained immortality and invincibility due to the curse. A mix of shock, awe, and a touch of envy color her expression as she contemplates the implications. Immortal and invincible? She repeats, her voice tinged with wonder. That's incredible and terrified, giving your intention to confront the syndicate directly. Doctor takes a deep breath, trying to calm her racing thoughts. She looks at me with a newfound respect, acknowledging the immense power now at his disposal. That perhaps with such abilities you could pull off a daring infiltration rather than a formal assault. That suggests a speaker thing in Nightlife. If you could sneak into their base undetected, gather crucial intel, and then make your escape. I'm gonna go in there recklessly and destroy their foot in place. I have an idea of how I could do that. Period. But, Rexy, you've got to go back to our home and stay safe because I don't want you getting hurt. Would that be alright? Hunter heart swells with emotion at my protective nature towards Rexy. She feels a rush of gratitude for his care and concern, knowing that he puts his safety above all else. Despite the lingering fear gnawing at her inside, she manages a small smile and nods in agreement. Of course, Trenton, her voice fixed with warmth and appreciation. I would never forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me. Our friendship means. Wait, wait. Of course, Trenton, she says. Oh, I would never forgive myself if anything happened to you because of me. Oh wait, our friendship means too much. Daughter takes a step closer, reaching out and gently pat my arm, a gesture of comfort and solidarity. Please be careful out there. Use your newfound powers wisely, and remember that you have people who care about you waiting back home. Thank you, period. Before I go, Rexy, are you still here? Okay, this is where it gets confusing. Rexy, who had been quietly observing the exchange between me and Dr. Vex, suddenly speaks up, his voice a blend of his two personas. Why has he still got the persona? I didn't. That's supposed to be gone. The mischievous and the gentle. I'm here, bud, he says, his tone softening as he addresses me. I understand what you're saying. I promise to stay safe and look after things back home while you're gone. Reggie's demeanor shifts, the evil glint in his eye fading as his kinder self emerges. Don't forget, I'm always here for you, no matter what. We're a team and we stick together through thick and thin. He offers me a reassuring nudge with a snout, a silent promise of support and companionship. So go out there, kick some butt, and come back to us soon. Go out there and kick some butt. That was adorable when he said that. I watch as Rexy walks out and goes back home. Oh, feces, I'll be back.